What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy R to the double E dash ZON. You know what it is. Third time in one day, man. I told you I was going to come with it. Listen, man, I apologize for the lighting quality, man. I can't avoid that glare coming in from the back window, whether I close the shades or not. Just it pours through. It's a sunny day outside. But either way, man, this video is going to be about The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Just some stuff that every time I watch this trailer, I come away with something different, man. And it's all good. First off, I want to talk about a few things. Hold on, give me a second. Now, for the last 2 weeks or so, since the reveal, since the presentation, and this trailer's debut, there has been nothing more joyful for me than going on YouTube and watching the countless and countless reaction videos to that trailer. Because it's just a beautiful thing, man, to see Nintendo fans all around the world blown the fuck away, and male or female, badass or nerd, whatever, reduced to fucking tears of joy throughout the playing of that trailer until its epic conclusion where you see the release date, and we all collectively around the world jumped for fucking joy, hit our head on the goddamn roof because of how excited we were that this is a launch title. Having said all that, one thing that I keep noticing as I watch these reactions, it's just like I see people watching the trailer and they're all like, "Oh my god, who's that girl?" The fuck you mean, who's that girl? That's fucking Zelda. Come on, man. How long have you guys been fans of this, man? Zelda, it doesn't matter what character design they give her, there is just an it factor to Zelda that when you see her, you know it. So that's one little pet peeve I have as I watch this trailer and watch the reactions. People see her the scene where I think it's just such a great scene where it starts, where he's like, oh, ready to hear what happened 100 years ago, and you see her in the pool, from the back, or like bathing or whatever, which is it's such a great scene, man, because to me it's Nintendo basically venturing out into we're gonna add a little bit of everything to this game. There's gonna be a little sex appeal. There's gonna be some darkness. There's gonna be some serious tones, some lighthearted tones. It's like Zelda. It's like the Legend of Zelda kind of grew up as we saw in this trailer. So that scene with her in the pool, when you see her from the back, instantly for me, there was no doubt about it. I was like, holy shit, that's Zelda. And then I hear so many people, Is that female Link? Is that some other girl? It's fucking Zelda, man. Come on. The other thing that I can't stand as I see these reactions is people watching it, and when the explosion happens by the castle, and the smog starts to surround it, and there's this creature in the sky behind it going around it. Oh, what's that? What the fuck do you mean, what's that? That is Ganon, dude. And that is the baddest Ganon has ever looked. And we haven't even seen his physical form yet. But, I mean, it's very evident. I mean, the narrator just talked about Calamity Ganon. And this is the next thing you see. So for people being like, oh, who's that? It's fucking Ganon, dude. And you even see it where he's going behind the castle and he's like roaring and his mouth is open. It looks like a warthog. It looks like the snout of a warthog. And he opens his mouth and you see like the horns and all that, the tusks or whatever. Come on, people. Get with the program. So that just flips my shit. The only one that I see people, oh, is that this? Is that is where we all assume to be the Deku Tree. There you can have some, okay, what is that? Is it really it? Because they show you so little of it. But even for me, that's like, okay, we know that's the Deku Tree. Come on, like if you're a Zelda fan, you know. So I just had to get that off my chest. Oh, is that Linkle? Is that female? That's Zelda, dude. And it's like I said, that scene with her in the bathing pool or whatever. And then, you see them running and their hands get separated. And you see her turn around and look at the camera. And they're like, yo, that's your confirmation. That is Zelda. That's the same girl that was in the pool. Come on. Anyways, what I wanted to talk about as far as The Legend of Zelda goes. In my previous video, I had discussed how I want this to be the Nintendo console where there's multiple iterations of our beloved franchises on the same console. I want more than one Zelda. I want more than one Mario. I want more than one Metroid. I want this to be that console, kind of like the Wii was. What I think is so great about what we saw in that Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild release date trailer, it was all great, man. It was all epic. But there's something I kept taking away from it every time I watch it that just fills me with joy because it's like this trailer kind of showed me Zelda has the potential now, the way this game is laid out and the way every character, every race, every species is featured in this game. Like you had Zeldas where there were no Zoras or there were no Gorons or whatever. This one seems to bring the entirety of all the different races and species throughout the Kingdom of Hyrule into this one game and one story. So I think this is the perfect place for Breath of the Wild should be a launch pad going forward for Zelda games that makes this all one collective universe. Follow me if you will. What I'm talking about is like Star Wars, or I mean, I'm not a big fan at all, but like Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings. This universe where all these races, all these species are interconnected, and they are all a part of the story and the lore of that universe. You know, you watch a Star Wars movie, you see Hutts, you see Geonosians, you see man, I'm going a little blank right now because I have all this going through my head. But you see all these different races and all these different alien creatures. You know, you see what General Akbar was, whatever that species is. You see like Darth Maul's species. You see all these different aliens, the Wookiees and everything. You know, you see all these different creatures and races all featured in this film, featured in this universe as it goes on from film to film. I think The Legend of Zelda would benefit greatly from taking that approach going forward from Breath of the Wild. Because Breath of the Wild looks like it is the beginning of all this. It's kind of like when Disney took control of Marvel. I don't like Marvel. I don't care for it. But I respect what Disney has done with it because they have taken the Marvel universe and made it all one collective universe. So when a film comes out for the Avengers, you will see Spider-Man in it, even though he's not part of the Avengers per se. Or you'll see, you know, whatever, you know, Fantastic Four, or Silver, whatever. It's all connected. You know, DC starting to do that now, whereas you have, you know, Batman vs Superman. You have Wonder Woman in there. You have the beginning of the Justice League, and now in the new Justice League movie, we have that coming out. It's going to be connected to that film and that universe. So all of this is interwoven into this thing that we know. I want that to be the case for The Legend of Zelda, and I think it feels every time I watch that trailer, like that's where they're going. I mean, in that trailer alone, you had Link and Zelda, you know, the humans or whatever, the Hylians. You had Gorons, you had the fairies, you had the Gerudos, you had the Zoras, the bird people, the little leaf people from Wind Waker. You had all of that in this trailer. They're all here. They're all finally under one collective roof of a game, so to speak. So I think that would be awesome going forward. The Legend of Zelda could be kind of like Star Wars or one of those big epic movie franchises where it's like there's so much character depth and there's so many different parts of the story as far as species and races and creatures and people are all all intertwined in this, and they all deserve to make a showing for their respective species or whatever within the confines of the story in the game. That is awesome, because that makes this feel like the first time ever. I mean, Zelda has always been epic, and Zelda has always achieved that world of wonder type of thing where you're going through Hyrule Field or, you know, Hyrule Castle Town Market or Death Mountain or whatever, but it's always felt very segmented and very, you know, when you looked at, for example, when you look at, damn, that plane sounds real low. Hopefully it's okay. When you look at, for example, Twilight Princess, there you had the Gorons and the Zoras, right? But you didn't have those little leaf people from Wind Waker. You didn't have those bird people from Wind Waker. When you look at Wind Waker, as far as I remember, you don't really have Gorons or you know what I'm saying. Like, different species are in different games. I like them to bring it all together under one roof, so that now going forward, every Legend of Zelda game going off of Breath of the Wild and this amazing game engine can have that kind of structure, where it becomes like I'm saying, like a Star Wars, where, you know, you have a story where the Gorons help you out, where the Gerudo get involved, where the Zoras are involved, you know, all trying to get together against Ganon and his forces. That is awesome, and that going forward, I think, is the best way for Zelda to go. Don't make this just a game. Make this a universe. Make this a universe, I'd say, is the best word for it, so that the next game, you know, is just the next installment of the saga that happens in this universe. And everything is accounted for. Everything is there. Everyone is there. That's what I want to see. I guarantee you, we didn't see it in the trailer, but I guarantee you the Sheik will show up, the Sheikah will show up, and you know, other races or creatures or groups that we have seen in previous Zelda games that we may not have seen in the trailer, because that's the vibe I got from it. Especially, you know, right after that Zelda cry, you see the Zoras, the Gorons, the fairies, the Gerudo. Everybody's in this motherfucker ready to go. They're ready to make this like Zelda mania, dog, just going forward. So that's what I wanted to talk about, man. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but and I don't know. I can't be the only person that saw this or got this vibe from it, but I haven't seen any videos on YouTube talking about it. But I just feel like this is what they're doing. This is where they're going. And I think it would benefit Nintendo greatly to take that approach, and not just to Zelda, but to each of their respective franchises. You know what I'm saying? Mario, the Mushroom Kingdom, the Toadstool people, whatever, Mario, the Koopalings, all those different characters and groups and species and all that. Bring them all under one. Make each one of your franchises its own respective universe, where everything that has to do with that universe is concealed within those games, within at the same time. Metroid. You could do that with Metroid. You could do that with Star Fox. It'd be awesome, man. But I see that happening with Zelda. Breath of the Wild seems to me like that's the direction they're going in. And if that is indeed what they're doing, I can't applaud them more than I'm already doing, because I think that is awesome. That makes Zelda bigger than just. Zelda's always been more than just a game. Zelda's an icon. The Legend of Zelda is probably the most important pillar of the entire video game history, of the entire video game infrastructure. Without The Legend of Zelda, that was the first real epic, big time open game. Where it was a huge adventure, huge world to traverse and interact with and investigate. And seeing this newest iteration and how vast it is and how big they're going, and all these characters that they're bringing in, all with their amazing character designs, by the way. I just think that is the way to go, because that makes Zelda more than just an awesome game or game franchise. It makes it like a universe, kind of like I said, like Star Wars and films like that. It's like this expansive thing where you have the Zoras, you have the Gorons, the Gerudo, the fairies, the bird people, or I can't fucking remember their name, the Hylians, and the whole thing, man. I think it's awesome. And I just think that that's the way they need to approach this, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. But I think that this is really, like, awesome, man. Every time I see that trailer, I get that feeling where they're trying to make this, like, they're trying to give you this palpable taste and feel of this, not just this story for this game, but this universe, this world. It's like everything that Zelda has ever been has been brought under this one roof in this game. And I think that is the formula going forward as they make more Zelda games. Hopefully using this engine, because I don't think you need to do anything else. I don't think you need to tweak the look anymore. I think you have it down to masterful perfection. Now it's just about adding to the story as you go forward with the new games. Anyways, God bless y'all. Stay gaming. I think that's it for today. I can't promise you, but I think that this third video will be it, because I got to go now in a few minutes, pick up my little boys and be dad. You know what I'm saying? So God bless y'all. Stay gaming. Peace.